Playing from narrative.
Welcome to our today's class. I warmly welcome everyone in the class, uh, or even if you are watching a recording offline. Uh, the people who are on Facebook, on Zoom, and also on Apple Podcasts, everyone is welcome. Uh, this is very foundational topic. Uh, this is about how to find and identify a true spiritual leader and teacher. Uh, Last week we learned around five characteristics, five personal traits, five environment in which we try to educate ourselves that we can identify a teacher. Uh, so in this episode today, we will go a little bit further and what other 5 or 10 more properties, characteristics a teacher can have. It is very important because we're living in age of digital system, digital learning. We live in the age where in our neighborhood, in our city, in our town, in our village, wherever we are, we come across a lot of uh, people who claim they are spiritual, uh, whether they belongs to any religion or not associated with any religion. So this episode will leverage your uh, knowledge uh, and general perception in a truly way to identify it. So let's go further and we can um, learn about this. So, if you missed the previous five characteristic, uh, probably you can go my previous recording and you can find it. For a just quick overview, the number one property is that teacher's teaching is universal um, and timeless and free from all places and time. Teacher speaks truth, and that truth is no longer secret, no longer sectarian. That teacher is available and inaccessible for all people who wants to contact him or her. Uh, that is a personal trait. Uh, that teacher is so in integrity wise strong um, that what he or she speaks, he or she does. That teacher is so stick with the original integrity uh, about the truth, what they are claiming for that. This is very important. And the last but not the least, that the teacher's teachings are absolutely uh, based on truth, and because the truth is unlimited, it's not limited. So it is definitely a non-sectarian, uh, unbiased, and without any prejudice. So these are the five things we learned today, last week. Today we are in sixth property of a teacher of that these teachers are independent of opinion. Why? Because they do not know or claim that they know the certain version of truth, because the truth is non-linear and not subject to the limitation of intellect or form. Truth is truth, okay? Um, Mostly in information which we know uh, through our education in our school system and society where we live and we grew up. They have certain facts, certain syllabus, set mind of information uh, in mathematics, in science, uh, in language, and they know by default these are all true. Okay, but truth is not what we know. Okay, uh, why? Because all these things which you know, for example, there are laws and theorems in mathematics. There are um, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division rules of in numeracy. Okay, like 3 plus 3 is equal to 6, 5 plus 10 is equal to 15. Are they truth? I mean, we can say it's truth. Uh, it's a relevant truth. Okay, these are the facts which we have created. Okay, based on our human intellect. Okay, but the truly truth is beyond this. Truly truth is beyond from 1 plus 1, 5 plus 10, because, like I said, it's a human creation of the mind from the mind, and the truth is beyond. It's independent of opinion. Okay, truth is not uh, linear. Okay, and it does not depend on your human whether you become mad or you live without mind. Um, Truth will remain truth. Okay, uh, because the things that which have shape, colors, they are independent of original truth. These all shapes of color, like your car shapes, your car color, your house geometrical shape, your architectural buildings in your city. Truth is away from these things. These are all mental creation. Okay. Uh, I'm not saying that you should not do or stick with them. You can, but truth is beyond this. Okay. Uh, so that is so teacher is teaching you about this. Okay. Teacher will not be fascinating about other worldly things which we can keep, like car, home, sex, family, uh, society, ranks. Okay, these are all social creation. So that's a sixth thing. So any teacher cannot uh, tell you or give you attraction towards and give their own version of truth. It cannot be. Okay. So uh, let's go further. That's very important uh, because the truth is independent and original and pure. Therefore, uh, truth um, will have a certain universal position all the time. And actually, if I say truth is beyond position, and uh, truth is independent of position, okay? Because position can change. So it means the truth will also change. No, it cannot be. So truth is not anti of anything. It does not destroy or kill any other notion or ideas. However, falsehood and ignorance are not its enemy, but merely represent its absence. That's so important. For example, we know all what is the darkness. We all know what is wholeness. Okay. We all know what is ego, human mind ego, my own ego. But do you know that do they exist? Darkness does exist. What do you think? Coldness does exist. Do your ego exist? If you say, yeah, but it only exists in on a definition or on a tag which we have associated with it within my mind. They are not as such something solid which we can touch. Then what are these things? So the teacher or the truth basically tells you these all are creation of something is absence. Okay? Excuse me. So for example, the darkness is the absence of light. If there is no light, then there will be darkness, we will call it. Actually, darkness does not exist. Similarly, falsehood does not exist. Falsehood is only absence of enlightenment. Okay? It's absolutely like, is there any coldness? Coldness also does not exist because it is an absence of heat. So that's how is a universal reality I'm sharing with you. So deception also does not exist. Satan or Satanism, evil, even does not exist. Evil is the absence of guidance. When you do not follow or you do not focus on guidance, then the evil prevails. Evil catches you. Evils trap you as a reality, and you become victim of evil. It's a very cold here. I have some uh, problem in my throat. I apologize for that. So uh, that is something very, very meaningful and highest teaching which I'm sharing with you. And these are all universal. Okay. So so the teacher who is teaching you about something, and if that teacher is teaching you some other thing as a truth other than what I mentioned, these are the sign that that is a deception and that's a wrong teacher which you should not stick with them. Okay. So falsehood, they will not be able to live in falsehood if they are authentic teacher. If that teacher is propagating or sharing insight about truly what is truth is, then he or she will merely a light. Okay. And that is so important uh, thing for us. Also, they will know any conditions of authentic teacher to listen them, to join them, to connect with them. They do not usually operate in form of membership-based organization. They do not work in such take oath from you. They will not put some conditions, okay? Um, because they for authentic teacher, if you are contacting them or you want to remain with them, you should be able to do for all lifetime. Okay, there is no requirement for that. Okay, uh, that is very important. Um, I know it's very difficult because the communities, the organizations, or even charity, or even spiritual uh, organization or groups or teams which works in our surrounding, whether online or offline on a physical locations. Everyone has a very complicated procedure. I think if they are following any procedure, this is just for because of rules of the land, uh, for legal point of view only. But in a truly sense, because since that rules of the land is or the legal uh, joining of any organization is just a legal obligations. That's why they can do, but they will not focus it only. Okay, it could be a temporarily solution to join them in a legal way. However, if you meet any yogi or Sufi or a spiritual leader in a truly way, they do not require this thing. They only require it for rule of the land purposes. So this is also one of the great property of a teacher. Uh, I hope you got this important information. Uh, the next two, the last two things for today uh, is very important that that teacher and teachings will be absolutely provide you freedom. They will not be controlling you. Okay. Uh, Spiritual leader will not focus or give a personal interest in your family, in your business, in your lifestyle. Okay. What you eat, where you live, which boy or girl or man or woman you live with or have is nothing to do with their business. Okay. Uh, because the spiritual purity uh, does not have any connection or link with what you doing or what the other people are doing in this world. Okay. They what the status people have or their student or their associate have is nothing to do. Okay. The reason why, because all these things are very obvious social construct, creation of mind, uh, and we must know that these are uh, all deception in a bigger picture. I'm talking about, and I know that's very difficult to absorb this thing because even the notion of family or idea of family is so powerful, and spiritual teaching or spiritual teacher will not encourage you to live in a family or adopt certain lifestyle or eat certain type of food in a worldly living life, which we all are. But in a truly sense, These are all things. Usually, if we do not live with balance life, with balance, fulcrum of our life, which takes sometimes one side, which other takes other side. If we do not keep a balance, then family, your money, your business will trap you, will make you victim of this. Okay? So the truth or the true teacher is not controlling to you. I know a lot of or some of the guru spiritual people, they may have interest in your status, financial status, or personal likeness or dislikeness. Try to avoid from them. Okay, it means they are controlling you. They should not control you. That's very important. And the last for today is that the true teacher uh, is the one who do not act as a source of brainwashing what you know before. Okay, uh, they do not follow any ideology because remember the ideology is the creation of your ego mind, which may exist in books or in mind or in people's talk and thoughts from ages, from hundreds of thousands of years even. But they are an ideology and ideological uh, any association is deceptive. It does not uh, link with any notion of truth. Uh, So the true teacher does not act as a brainwasher of your what you know before. However, a true teacher is the source of light to give you um, to help you to change your paradigm, to give you the only one path of truth, awareness. Okay, he or she does not uh, deliberately focusing what you believe before. Okay, they work in a very high class wisdom where there is no any brainwashing or making you uh, something like beneficial for them. Okay, they do not use you for them for their propagation or something. Uh, but there are some organizations, there are people, communities which they use the student or followers for their own propagation. Okay, uh, but true teacher they do not. Okay, the opposite is prevalent, is spreaded all across our world, in our cities, in our villages, in our social media. They are real cult leaders. And the cult definition is the one who controls the audience. Uh, Audience wherever they are, to take the benefit uh, from others. The cult uh, tries to or tend to brainwash you, okay? And the cult leader is the one who gaslighting you, okay? Uh, but very slowly, gradually, uh, sometimes or most of the time, it's very difficult to identify that whether this leader or teacher is good or bad, or cult or a follower of truth. Very difficult. But you have to do your homework. Okay. Uh, any person who speaks very vibrant and very outclass uh, does not mean that he or she is a true teacher. These are all facts and confidence of ego mind, which you are attaching yourself. Do a lot of homework and decide what suits to you for your upbringing, for your own spiritual growth. You need to work yourself. You need to identify a true teacher with your own homework, with your own consciousness that will help you to go with that teacher or find older alternative more good teacher. And by the way, good teachers are real blessing, I know. But if you can't find it, then you can start your self-inquiry yourself. Do research, connect with the truth yourself, because the truth is not depend on your teacher, that whether you meet with them or not. Truth depends on how you avoid and know and have awareness of what is not lighted and what is ignorance, what is falsehood and what is enlightenment. And if you know and you know very well, that's sufficient for you. Okay. But the beauty of a true teacher is you start to connect with truth in a human way. That is the beauty. Okay. That's why the people have a high percentage of connection with prophets, like Prophet Muhammad. He had a millions of following. Jesus Christ, he was exceptionally on a higher status on a spiritually and moral ground. So people cannot live without to associate with him. Why? Because of he was a symbol of truth. Why with Prophet Muhammad? Because he was a symbol of integrity and the truth as well. And also spiritual gurus, Siddharth Gautama Buddha, why billions of people follow him? Because of his truth nature, his integrity. Okay, there are thousands of things which I can count about Siddharth Gautama uh, Buddha. Uh, we love him because of he spoke truth. So uh, if the teachers are speaking and walking and talking with original truth, we stick with them. Then we see the truth in a human conduct. And that is the beauty of those teachers. However, if you can't find in a physical life, in a real life which you are living, don't worry. You will find truth eventually. That depends on your humility, your humbleness, your moral values, your universal values, your quest, your seeking, your passion to follow and live with my truth. That all will give you calmness, make you value driven, financial and moral rich as well. Even you will have a family, friends, everything what we maybe you are more rich financially, but that richness will in the direction to take you towards light. It is a blessing now because now you know how and why to live and follow the truth. Then your all cars, money, worldly assets which you have will start to help you on this path of truth. And that is a core and crux of all religious teachings as well. Not as a religion, as a spiritual path. So Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, or other religion which we know, they basically are spiritual paths inviting towards truth. And actually, they are speaking the same thing with different names. But their religious ego have converted them into falsehood, into different labels. And that also promote sometimes hate, discrimination with others. So, excuse me. So, all religion in a nutshell with original, with if we go back to origin, they all are same and follow truth. But their apparent and when they evolved later into their stages up till now in the modern age in 2024, they have been polluted by their humanistic desire, egoic mind, greedy and filthy thoughts and nature. So they have reshaped their religion into different things. But the spirituality, the benefit of spirituality, that the spirituality takes you to the origin of those religion where they claim to started with back to thousands years ago, where we were very less polluted. So that spiritual teacher will help you to stay connect with thousands of years before wisdom of truth. That is the beauty. Okay. So if you have any question or thought, you can speak now. Maybe unmute your mic. Or if you're watching it recording, then you can type a question or thought. I will read it and answer you. I don't as expert because I'm also student of truth, but it will help me and yourself and others to drifting ourselves towards truth. Okay. So that is all. I hope you enjoyed this session. Please forgive me. I have a little illness with me. That's why I'm a little bit coughing as well and clearing my throat as well. So thank you so much for joining me. We will continue this topic next week uh, with more truth about a true teacher and the path of truth we will continue to explore. So if you want to stay connected with me, you can subscribe and join my this platform. And Probably you can invite other people to join it. Uh, Unconditional, these classes, no charges, no membership, nothing. But these are the highest teaching. Thank you so much. And I'm your host, friend, and facilitator, Marathib Anishab. So meet you next Sunday, same time. Bye bye.